Hello vinyl community, I'm back to do a recent vinyl finds video, or not so recent. I've had some of these for months, but time is short. Can't do videos all the time nowadays. Some of you saw the video that I did with Anders in Stockholm. 50 minutes long, so if you managed to see all of it, you're a hero and you have too much free time. Man, that weekend it was just fantastic. I really needed that, and we had a great time. Crate digging, fantastic. So much fun. So thank you again, Anders, for that weekend, and for the records also, and hospitality and everything, all that good jazz. So yeah, but I'm going to show some records. I'm going to start off with a VCLT. Bracket P-Dub, Paul sent me this along with the Cannonball Adderley record that I showed in 2 videos ago, I think. This is Black Keys, Turn Blue, 2014. It comes with a CD also. And this is my introduction to Black Keys. It's good. I'm gonna buy more if I find them used and for a good price. Yeah, cool band. I didn't jump on the viral train when they got huge back 5 years ago, whenever it was. So cool to have a piece. Thank you so much, Paul. The thing is, I'm gonna do it like this. I'm gonna fly by a lot of records now. That, in my opinion, is just so. If you're interested in something, please ask me in the comments field, or do the research yourself if you heard what I said, that the name of the record was. Because I want to jump ahead to the more special stuff. But I want to show the stuff that I listened to. New York Jazz Quartet with Roland Hanna on Enya. German press, good jazz, standard jazz, goes in the collection. Arnold Domnerius, We Love You Madly, 1970, maybe 4, 5. Yeah, you have Rune Gustafsson, Bengt Hallberg, Georg Riedel, the same old, but with a huge church choir in the background. And the second side is better than the first side. But I got it for free, so it goes into the On the News collection. Another one that I got for free is Stan Getz with Lurindo Almeida. Latin American, like, rhythms, jazz, not my bag really, but yeah. Few times on the record that was interesting, so it's a keeper. Thåström, Kärlek för dem, the reissue that came this year. Super happy that they reissued it, but this is maybe my least favorite of the Thåström that I have, with one song in particular that is really good. If Tomorrow is Such a Long Time, the Bob Dylan cover. He does a Swedish version of on this one. And that song is just fantastic, but the rest of the LP is just so... Tollarpan with Jan Eriksson, piano player in Sweden, 1971. Good piano music. Check it out if you're a piano fan and you're interested in that one. Just ask me if you have some questions. And another free one, Jane Moreau. This is like soundtrack compilation, I think, with her. And this sounds, in my opinion, sounds just like any other vocal French music from this time period, 60s, that I heard before. The problem is that I don't have that much of that kind of music in my collection, so I mean, you have to start somewhere, right? And getting it free in a bunch of garbage records, this was the only one I kept. Goes into the collection. And building some sort of like core jazz collection, I don't know. I couldn't like not have this in the collection. It's a late 70s reissue of Oscar Peterson Trio, Night Train. One of his classic records with Ed Thigpen and Ray Brown on bass. And I'm interested at least in Ed Thigpen because he went to Scandinavia and did a lot of stuff in the 70s, like the Sonnet record Reaction with a lot of young Swedish studio musicians, Jan Schaffer and stuff like that. So his development on the drums in this early 60s it's interesting to follow. So that goes into collection, and this also for the same reason. Drummer Man by Gene Krupa. I don't have anything by him, and he's like this iconic drummer. But this is like a compilation of vocal parts, and you have Anita O'Day and Roy Eldridge, arranged by Quincy Jones. I mean, it's good, but it's not the stuff that I really listen to right now. But I got it for free, so it goes into the collection. 5 minutes in. So here comes in my opinion, the interesting and good stuff. Starting off with a Jethro Tull record. But I'm a progger, so... But you know, this was by Jethro Tull, 1968. Gatefold, German later press on light blue crystallis. Let's see. Looks like that. But this is fantastic. I love this record. I've listened to it digitally a lot of times, and it wasn't that $7-8 maybe, something like that, in fantastic condition. It sounds good. So yeah, early Jethro Tull is definitely something that I'm looking for. I think I have most of it now, up to Aqualung, maybe. Yeah, Thick as a Brick, you know, that period. Next one, really interesting Swedish prog record, 1975, Blå Schäfer, Blue German Shepherd, private pressed from the Gothenburg, Gothenburg circuits, prog circuit. Because there's a difference between Gothenburg sound and the Stockholm sound, but that's for another video. This is political prog, the stuff that I don't like, and this is the stuff that I don't like. It's very political, a lot of voice, and just mediocre playing, but as a piece. And now we're talking like now it's like coins and stamps. You know, you collect records. You don't collect them because you listen to them. You collect them because it's a cool piece to have in a collection. I mean, I have some of that, and this is definitely one of those. I didn't pay much, $12 maybe, and it goes for a lot more if you want to buy it. Otherwise, the record is in okay condition. I mean, could be better, but it's like one of those that you want to have in the prog collection, you know. Ola Chunji, Drums of Passion, late 60s, early 60s. This sparked the entire like acceptance of world music back in the day and sold millions of copies in the West. African rhythms, you know, all that good stuff that then later on became popular. And the guy played with a lot of famous musicians like, I think, Miles and other jazz musicians. So, yeah, awesome to have like this classic record. And I got it for free. Had no idea about it before I got it. I got it for free by a friend, and I did research. He tried to sell it online, but you can find those really cheap, so he didn't want to sell it. So he just gave it to me. I have fantastic friends, don't I? This one I didn't get for free, but it was in a great condition for a great price. And I've been looking for this for a long time. Mäkki Markman's first record. This is the Swedish psych prog group, Mäkki Markman, that really, did their mark on Swedish psychedelic music back in the day. You have Mäkki Bondemark singing and playing organ. Has exactly the same voice as Jimi Hendrix, almost exactly the same voice, and they opened for Hendrix and a lot of other people also back in the late 60s. You have Thomas Gartz on drums, and he was really influencing the prog scene later on in the 70s, playing with Trägras och Stenar, International Harvester, doing his own solo record on Silence Records. And the second one that I also have by Mäkki Markman, they released 3. Has Kenny Håkansson on it, and Kenny Håkansson moved on to do Kebnekaise. So this group was like the start of something huge, and it's really, really good, very commercial, easy to listen to, and if you like psych music, except Tony, Mr. Fartboy, found a sealed copy of that at his place in the States. That's awesome. And I think he said he thought it was good. And by the same seller, I found Hansson and Karlsson's For People in Love. This is a 2010 issue, limited to 444 copies back in the day. It's a 2 LP set with just outtakes and live material that no one had heard before. The just if you're a Hans and Karlsson fan, this is a must, and it's hard to get nowadays. I didn't buy it back in 2010. And hesitated like 2012 when I saw it in a store sealed, but it was too pricey, and then it just like skyrocketed, and now it's very, very hard to find a copy, and if you find it, it's expensive. There was this seller online that sold those two, and it was obvious he didn't sell records otherwise, because he had graded them very good. And very good, I mean, in our line of work is not that good, but in his mind, very good was perfect, and these are in mint condition. So I just saw that, placed bets, and got them for half the price it goes for otherwise. I showed this in Anders' video. This is Bernd Rosengren's Notes from the Underground 1963, and man oh man, what a record this is. 2 LP set on Harvest. Check it out if you're interested in Swedish jazz. This is a mind blower. So you have this kind of Turkish players playing on it, and you have Turkish folk music combined with this Swedish jazz. Yeah, really good. Free, a little bit free at times, standard at times, and one that I'm gonna have to play a lot more to really absorb. But yeah, one of the wants that I could check off my want list now after visiting Stockholm. Yeah, I got the Blake inner sleeves also. So I've been working on sleeving up my collection. Okay, so the Pièce de la Résistance, 12 minutes into the video. This is one that I've wanted since I started collecting records. It's super hard to get, and it's so damn pricey. Every single collector of Swedish psych and prog wants this in their collection, and it's never been reissued. There was a Korean press, I think, in the 90s, and they did a Swedish repress in the 80s of this, but this is the Swedish original, and I'm so happy. I almost get goosebumps just showing it. This is one of the best, if not the best, Swedish record ever released, in my opinion. International Harvester, Sov gott Rosmarie, from 1968. The first record of this constellation of musicians, International Harvester. They later on became just Harvester, and then later on Träd, Gräs och Stenar. And the rest is just history. This is an experimental prog record with bits and pieces of early drone music, almost like horror movie soundtrack music, and then Swedish like folk tunes, doing their prog versions of that. It's haunting and just fantastic. And this is on the Swedish Love Records, famous Love Records. It was also issued in Finland with the same label, except it had a heart around the spindle hole, a red heart. That was the Finnish or first original press. This is the Swedish. This goes for a lot of money, and how could I afford that? I sold the July record, and that's almost like an entire own video. But I sold the July record. I got a huge amount of cash for it by this big, huge Swedish collector of psych and prog, well known in the buy and sell trade in Stockholm. So, and he threw in that and another piece on the deal. So I could never afford that otherwise. So I'm just super happy, and I got the cash that I wanted, and he got a great record that he can sell to international buyers and stuff like that. So win-win. Enough of that. Another one I found in Stockholm was Monica Zetterlund and Bill Evans' Waltz for Debbie, 1963, and this reissue, the second press, Swedish second press, is from 1974, so 11 years afterwards. This is a classic. I mean, on Philips The second press, this one, has a different cover. Different, not better. I think that the first cover is more beautiful, but this is okay. And one that I'm looking for. The original goes for a lot of money nowadays, and also the second press also goes for a lot of money. But I got a great deal on swedejazz.com or swedejazz.se in the physical store. So I'm super happy with that. 15 minutes, man oh man. 3 records to go. This one, super happy to find this, and I talked with Anders in the store about it, and I just jumped on it. Also one that goes for a lot of money, but I did a trade with some stuff that I almost got for free, that I sold to the store, and I had a huge chunk of money to like put into 2 records, and so I jumped on this one. Albert Ayler Trio Spiritual Unity, the classic free jazz record on ESP disc, and this is the, let's see here, the Fontana press of this. So yeah, recorded 64, and I think this is from 69, this press, so a little bit later. But and Anders knows this, he's talked about this in other videos. There's so many earlier presses. It's just like there's test pressings and first pressings and different covers and stuff like that. So getting I wanted an early press of this as close as I could afford to the original one. I didn't want a 2013 reissue or something like that. So I think that this is the best the closest I could come the original. In great condition, great sounding, and I mean, I don't have to talk about the music. It's mind-blowing. I've been to a real Albert Ayler kick. I saw a documentary, bought some stuff, but the Spirited Unity was the one that I was really after. And finally I got it. Another rare record, not pricey but rare, is this one. Mikkel Lamgård and Gunnel Derning with the record Open. This is a new age psych record with some prog, maybe some more psychedelic than prog, but this kind of like new age touch. But it was fantastic. It sounds like early Turid, if you know about Turid, and it's on Lipphone. They only released like church music and dance band and stuff like that. So this stands out a little bit from their catalog, it seems at least. Also pricey when you find it, but it's almost like limited press, was private press back in 1982. So it's, I mean, I've seen one physical copy, and it was now when I was in Stockholm. I saw a physical copy of this, otherwise I haven't seen it. And I did a trade with a guy on Facebook for this and a bunch of other records. So I got it for like a good price, but awesome to have in my Swedish prog collection, a cute little gem. And it's going to be a 20 minutes video, but this is the last one. And along with the International Harvester, I got another one on top of the July deal, and it's this one, Fläsket. Fläsket Brinner's second and last record released, and what a way to finish off their recording career, or whatever you want to call it, with a double LP. The first one studio material, the second one live. And you have the song, the famous Swedish prog song Bosses låt, the tribute or whatever you want to call it to Bo Hansson, with Bo Hansson playing on it, not on this live version but on the original one. If you know Fläsket Brinner's first one, you can guess how this sounds, and it's actually more of that. The first one is a live record, and you have this like spontaneous kind of psychedelic and prog jam almost, and this one is more like in the studio but with a lot of more people. Kenny Håkansson, Bo Hansson is playing on this one, Mikael Rammel. Yeah, the list goes on. Bengt Dahlén, obviously. Bobo Stensson. Yeah, I think that's it. Also, one that goes for a lot of money, and the cover is not in perfect condition, but the vinyl is in near mint. Goes for a lot of money. It's super expensive if you want to buy one of those. It's never been re-released on vinyl. It's CD only, and that's different. Yeah, the second song, I think it's the second or third song, starting off the studio LP. Like the first thing you hear is like an 8-minute drum solo. I mean, who puts that on a record? It's just insane and so good. So obviously one that I've wanted for years and years, but could never afford. And with this kind of deal, I got it. Yeah. So that's it. 20 minutes video. See you guys soon. Please comment if you have questions or want to give me thumbs up or thumbs down. Bye.